Sunderland's £25.7 million move for Methalie has stopped, and it has stopped inside a medical room rather than at a negotiating table. 24 million of that fee was due up front, according to the Echo, and a 5-year contract had already been agreed. The squad number had been picked. He had walked round the Stadium of Light. Then he flew home to France on Tuesday. What halted it is a disagreement about a back, and the disagreement is the interesting part. Sunderland's medical read, as reported, left them with two routes: proceed and risk aggravating the problem, or put the player on a 6-week treatment programme. Toulouse's staff, per l'équipe, see something minor that does not touch his availability. A Paris-based back specialist consulted by Sunderland reportedly found nothing of concern, and still the club asked for more opinions. That sequence tells you where the pressure sits. A club paying £24 million up front for a 20-year-old is not buying current output. It is buying 8 or 10 years of resale value. And a recurring back complaint does not damage this season so much as it removes the exit at the other end. The reassuring specialist opinion did not settle it. That is the tell, which is why the loan proposal matters more than it first looks. L'Équipe reports Sunderland would now prefer an initial loan. Toulouse want the permanent deal to go through. Sources on Weir side have not commented on that detail, and the reported reason for the refusal, the Toulouse chairman's concern about demands from the player's entourage, is denied by Sunderland. So I am not going to pretend to know who blinked. What I will say is that a loan with an option shifts the medical risk back across the channel for a season, and no selling club takes that trade voluntarily once a fee has been agreed. Both sides know exactly what the structure is doing. That is why nobody has moved. The knock-on runs straight into the wide areas. Sunderland have a wide attacker down as another leading priority, and Jocelyn Tarby's season hangs off it. He cost around £3.5 million in the winter, signed a 4.5-year deal, and has managed 2 appearances in all competitions. Lebris said at the end of last season he expected to keep the 21-year-old training with the first team and coming off the bench, rather than send him out. That judgment holds only if the flanks stay as they are. Lorient, Le Havre, Nice, Lyon, West Ham, Hull City and Burnley have all been linked with a loan, per Sébastien Denis, which is a long list and light sourcing, so treat it as interest rather than intent. Here is the squeeze. Every week the left-back sits unresolved is a week of the wide attacker budget held hostage, because the club cannot commit the same money twice and will not commit either while a medical is unsettled. Pivot to another left-back, and Tarby's route reopens. Sign the winger first, and he is on a plane. My read is that the club would rather lose the 20-year-old than take the back on faith, given what they have said about not putting the club at risk. Under a fortnight remains in the window, more tests are still to be carried out, and Toulouse have to decide whether a loan they have already rejected once looks better than no sale at all.